Это был фактор, который... Это был фактор, да, он, по-моему, австриец, да, учился в Японии.
Ну, то же самое.
Вот я про это говорю.
Yes, very well. Hi. How is it? Do you hear me well too?
Very good.
Super.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, we can start.
Может быть, тише сделать у нас, а вот это слишком громко. Если можно, потише.
Okay? We can start now. Yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, good. Let's start.
Thank you, Olga.
Okay.
Он думает, что вы будете говорить.
And we're waiting for your lecture.
Okay, good. So, Yaroslav asked me, okay, I think I will switch off the video at one point when you tell me so, because I think the connectivity not worked last time. We will see. So, Yaroslav asked me to tell you something about the LARP and how social LARP is done in Germany. I will give you only a general overview of the whole field of major groups. And then I would like to talk to you about your idea of creating international LARP academy. Okay, so first things first. German LARP, maybe you heard about that. Here we have a 25-year anniversary. Of course, the date, 5 years of German LARP is just an idea, because we have groups played LARP before. But in 1992, there was the very first officially announced LARP Germany at in August 1992. Okay. Commercial, so we can call this date as the very first German LARP, whatever. And of course, it was a famous LARP. So, until now, how's the quality, Olga?
Yes, is it okay?
Is the quality okay?
We just have some
Okay?
technical problems, but it's okay. We hear you.
Good. Otherwise, we will switch off the video stream, then the audio quality should be better.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
we tried. Okay, it was great to see you. Okay, good. Thank you. Good. Good. All right. So 1992, we had the first official German LARP, and it's 25 years since now. And this year we have this anniversary, and we will have a Mittelpunkt conference, which is the German LARP conference, and we will have a book. It will be about this anniversary. So we can now think about, okay, we have people playing LARP in Germany, how we understand LARP for 25 years and a little bit more. And in the past 25 years, we have several groups attempting to do what we are and you are talking about this conference now. So how to use LARP, this technique, this social practice, how to use this LARP to do something a little bit more than just entertainment. And I put this just entertainment in quotes because this is also worth discussion. What is entertainment? Why should it be pure or not pure? Why do we have to talk about edutainment, so education, entertainment, and so on? But as in every country, and also in your country, there are many smart people and they think, well, how to use fun thing, LARP, and do something more. And the first ideas were by students of history, and they tried to do history, medieval history, and German history by enacting it. So it was a good mixture of reenactment, culture, and LARP. But these were experiments, and only 10 years ago, so in 2007, the association Waldritter was founded. Waldritter group. The name Waldritter means forest knights, so knight forest. But the German word Wald, forest, has many other connotations. For example, there are these Wald kindergarten. So you have a kindergarten in a forest, and the children play and are in a kindergarten, which is in the middle of the forest. And quite amazing idea. We have a Wald kindergarten here in our, and it can be an alternative approach to teaching children about life and social life with environment. So the German word Wald has different connotations, as I tell you, and the group Waldritter is okay. This will happen. So I was at the point talking about the Waldritter. Did you get that?
Yes.
Okay. So we have this group Waldritter. They were founded 10 years ago, and they try many different things. One major point is to combine methods and elements from LARP with education. So the aim of the group is to make young people sensible to diversity and to create extracurricular activities for young people. So outside of school, the young people, children and teenagers can get into projects which are about different things. For example, they are taught awareness against right-wing propaganda, or there are games and LARPs and augmented reality games which are about surveillance technology, state surveillance, and of terrorism. How both of them play together. Then there are more classical projects like the German history LARPs, where the children play, for one part, people from West Germany and people from East Germany, and they have to flee over the Berlin Wall, for example. And in 2014, they had a project about migration and refugees. So when people have to flee from their home country. So 1 year before the refugee wave swept over Germany, when in 2015, 1 million refugees came. So 1 year ago, I had a project about thinking how to yeah, to think about migration, how to think about the role of refugees. Okay, and then they have intercultural youth exchange with different countries. So, for example, Valpita has an office in Africa. I think it's Ethiopian. So there are many things they do, and I think they are a very good point of reference for German LARP in regard with the aim how to use LARP for teaching people about social sides, about social awareness, of empathy, how to learn about the environment, of nature, how to develop personal skills as a team player, how to protect yourself or make yourself strong against addiction concepts like alcohol, etc., etc. And they have many projects, so I would recommend to check their website. It's valpita.de. Unfortunately, it's only in German. However, they are working with other different countries, and they are very active. So when you want to contact, I can provide it, but Rafael also has the contact. So if I can give help, please call. So this is the Valpita group. They do this for 10 years, and I think why are they successful as an example? First, I think the whole idea about how we use LARP for, to create, to develop people within a society, how to extend social awareness and also environmental awareness, because I think social ties many with direct nature, so non-human. So how to teach that? And I think most of the people who want to create projects which have results and people think about teenagers and children. One reason I think is because teenagers cannot escape you when there's a teacher who has a project and says the group, come children, let's do this project, and of course children have to do what she says, so they participate in LARP. On the other hand, I think LARP is quite effective also for people at this age, because they are looking for new activities, and everything is of course better than doing math classes. So of course they participate in such things. And many people stay. So when you talk, and I started with this historical background of 25 years of LARP and 10 years of project children, you can see that people who started doing LARP for children, I would say 1/3 of children stayed with the hobby, although it was not on a very regular level, they still continue that. And this is maybe an interesting question, how to think about LARP in the future. I think the major point is how to create a new generation who has many, many different tools. And not only things about LARP as well, we have some knights and wizards and they fight against demons. But how to give this new generation of LARPers the tools to use a life role playing to create projects about migration, alcohol addiction, etc., etc. So, and I think in many countries the idea is to work with children and teenagers. And this is also what the researchers usually focus on, these projects which are about edu-LARP, educational LARP with children in Denmark or other countries where they have big projects because these somehow work for one reason, because children are more interested maybe. And second, you of course get funding for such projects. When it's about education and children, it's easier. Maybe then to go to the company and propose for 20 managers. I worked at a large company and there was an event management company. They tried to sell us LARP. I saw it immediately, but it was refused by the board of managers. They didn't know how to, why they should do this. And it was not about wizards and dragons, it was something easier to understand, but that's, adults are not so interested when they don't know LARP from a very early age, and therefore they do project out where to start and to focus on. Nevertheless, I think we shouldn't neglect that there are social implications when LARP at a later age. So usually when we think what can we achieve with LARP and how can we use these techniques to create social awareness with children, we forget that all people who are adults and play LARP, they also engage socially with the environment and with their society. And sometimes interesting ways, sometimes different ways, and sometimes repetitive ways. So one idea is, of course, we have a group of people who are, for example, in Germany, you know this, we have at the moment about 800,000 Syrian people here, and they try to get integrated, and there are many people in Germany who say it's fine, people who say we don't want them, and one idea would be to create a LARP to raise awareness about the situation. However, I think this wouldn't work because people who are a little bit open-minded generally wouldn't need LARP to create empathy for other people, you know what I mean? And people who refuse to, or are reluctant to let something new, a new culture, a new role, new personality enter their life, they would also not start. Nevertheless, there's also, of course, a fairy tale about, also in the German LARP community, that LARPers are very open, new things, and to different cultures, and they are interested in history, and therefore they have an open mind. But I think this is a cliché which is often not true. Although people think they are open-minded, when you look, for example, people playing an era from this Life on the Great period, they create this character, they engage in literature, and what do you see in a LARP? It's a typical stereotype of an Arab with a scimitar and with many painted face. So there is a point where it does not work. And I think here are the interesting questions where I think we also need the whole community not only to look from one perspective, but from different perspectives. Not only how the successful projects with the young people work, but also what happens in a regular German or Russian or Swedish LARP every week, and when they meet for a fantasy LARP, where are the stereotypes simply repeated, what happens there, how do people grow or repeat the same patterns again and again, and they create maybe thicker walls. They don't reach out, although they think they reach to other people. But what Germany, the use of LARP for social projects is limited to young people, to teenagers. The prolific group is the Waldviertel group, so get in touch with the Waldviertel people because their work is not only interesting, it's diverse and it's successful. When you want to hand-on data, look at this. And of course, they have written many reports. Unfortunately, most of them are German, but maybe they have also English papers because they also apply for European funds. So, in 3 words, in Germany, we have these projects, and they are basically focused on children and teenagers. And I think it's sad and we need to do something more. Show the possibilities for research for projects. So, this is about Germany. And I have the 2 questions. Do you want me to answer these questions, or do you have maybe questions now?
Yes, we have one question for you. How do you usually measure or study cognitive and emotional development of the participants? Do you have such experience?
Okay. So my field of study is from academic theory. I am not engaged in psychological research, so I don't use these kind of methods. Therefore, I don't ask you questions, and I don't use this method.
Any questions? Thank you very much, Rafael, for your lecture. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here, and also a very successful conference. Looking to hear about the results.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Он управлял, он же ехал, когда он разговаривал, там же видно, что машина двигается.
Я вот тоже как-то сомневалась, что-то показалось, что